Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
All right, guys. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to my little art layer here, my little art cave here, where I create art in a cave, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. My name is Harry, guys. I'm so happy to be here with you this morning. I'm going to show you some stuff about caricature. I'm going to show you some stuff. I love to draw stick figures and bodies and show you all about action, right? Action, right? So we're going to be showing you some of that today. I kind of, I'm a potluck by the seat of your pants kind of guy. And, over the years, I've learned to just really embrace that. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can't be good at everything. So if I was totally organized, then I'd be my wife. And I don't want to be like her, right? You get what I'm saying? Keeps our relationship interesting. So let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. I'm so glad again that you could come out. Also, while we're drawing today, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out. I am an art teacher. We do have an art class, so I offer like a little bit of some classes. So if you want a little bit of a one-on-one experience, you want to learn to draw a caricature, perhaps you want this to be your job or whatever, right? Hold on a second, guys. Something's going on here. Hold on. Why is that playing right now? Hold on a second, guys. Let me go here real quick. Hold on. Something's going on here. What's that? Oh. All right, guys. Good morning. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? My little art layer here, my little art cave here. Hold on, something's going on here. Why is it in the cave? Right. So let's go ahead. Hold on one sec, guys. I got something going on here. I don't know what is going on. Why is it playing back? Let me see here. That's not it. Hey, let me see here. Show you some stuff. I love to draw stick figures. Hold on. Let me. Action, right? Okay, there we go. I was wondering what was going on here. I was like, why is it playing two different things at one time? Okay, anyway, we're good. All right. Let me see here. Let me just minimize that real quick. Okay, cool. We got everything good. All right. I'm doing pretty good, Nickel Francis. How are you today? All right, so let's go back into this, guys. I was just wondering why I was getting double feedback. I had something playing back there in the background. What's going on, guys, on TikTok? How are you today? So if you guys want to take classes with me, I do offer a one-on-one classes. So if you want that one-on-one experience with me, the Rouser, I can go ahead and take care of you on that. So go ahead and reach out to us at rouserworld.com/classes. Also, guys, tips are appreciated. If you wish to tip, you can tip, guys, at Rouser World, right? So we have Cash App. I used to have a little paper like that one for this one, but again, so we're going to do just $. We do Cash App and then $, and then Rouser and World, right? Hey, man. Thanks. Tips are appreciated if you guys benefit from what I'm about to share with you today. Okay, so what we're going to get into it with today, we're going to start with some warm-up features here. So we're going to do some little stick figures like these, just make up some different bodies. So I'm going to put these off to the side here, and we'll just go ahead and jump in. Okay, so let me just move this over some, because we're not going to need that for right now. Okay, and let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, so stick figure time. All right, let's start with a basic stick figure, okay? You guys have been in my stream long enough to know how to draw a stick figure now. You shouldn't be saying that anymore, but let's go ahead and draw some stick figures here. So we're going to start with just a basic torso shape here, right? And then below the torso, we'll have a hip shape. And then extending from that, we're going to have two sticks, a stick, right? We'll get more complicated in a minute with a dot, right? And then a stick of the same equal size and a dot, right? And then we have two little bitty triangles here. triangles, meaning they have 3 angles on them, right? And then we have a stick, and then we have a third shape, which is our head. Okay? From here, you get the point, right? We draw another line with a dot, one of an equal proportion with a dot, and then we'll do the same thing with a dot, and the same thing with a dot, and then we add 2 little fish tails. That's what I used to call them for hands. This is really like a basic body gesture with a center line, okay? So if you're going to be drawing caricatures, this is something you want to get to know, how to do, obviously. It's going to really help you out when you get into your theme drawings. And, it gets boring just to have to stick to drawing faces all the time, all the things that you can do. I'm really starting to open up as a caricature artist myself. I've been I've been in a box, man. I mean, look, artists, we're our own worst critics. You get what I'm saying? So we're always judging ourselves and saying that we're not good enough and all that. But the thing is that people that can't draw at all, or just can draw a little bit of what you can draw, they look at you and say, wow, that's amazing. So we're so hard on ourselves. We can't be so hard on ourselves. So you're going to need this at the beginning, to learn how to do your stick figures. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw something a little bit more. Let's make our character do something. Okay, right now he's just standing there, right? But the cool part about this is once you learn how to draw, you can combine things. Like, for instance, you can see this is pretty much a torso, right? So if I wanted to go over here and I wanted to skip all the circle stuff, well, maybe I could just draw that, right? Now I can just go 1, and and then 2, right? And then 1, and then 2, right? And then 1, 2, and a 2 in a triangle, right? Okay. The best way to draw feet is to think of them like chanclas. I don't know if y'all know what a chancla is, right? But a chancla is a Mexican house shoe. Wait a minute. Okay, it's just a house shoe, but it's popular in Mexican houses. I think I said that wrong the first time. But my wife is Mexican, so we have chanclas here. And this is when, they like to throw them at misbehaving children. So they can, moms will pick up the chancla and then they'll throw it and then they'll hit somebody. Right? I know, right? And so that's what a chancla is, and it looks like this. It's like a little shoe like this. You can see the little foot. You see that goes in there, and normally it's a mom's chancla, so it'll have like a little puffy little thing on the front, right? But she'll take it off, right, and then she'll chunk it. This right here. But you see the front part of this chancla, right? Kind of looks like the front, like the shape that I would draw for your feet. You get what I'm saying? You see that right there? Okay. Yeah. So that's what you think about. All right. So from there, now we just go ahead and we'll draw our arm shape. So we can go 1, right? And 2, and I'll tell you what, since we know that both sides of these are going to be the same size, why don't we can go a different direction. We can go this way, 1 and 2, right, with our dots, and then we can draw our fish tails like this. So we draw a little fish tail. Okay, that's for hands, right? Just a little gesture. And then up here we can put our head. And I'll tell you what, we'll change heads. We'll put this head over here, but we'll change the head to a square head. Okay, so it's really all depending how you want to design your body. So this might be the center of another body, but now we can do another one. So we can go down here, and we can try another type of body using the same concept. Okay, all right. So let's get into that. Let's draw. Now, since we combined this one, we made a cup type shape here. What if we made a body shape where it's kind of, let's see, maybe a little bit more pear shape. So maybe we can use the same concept, but now we draw a pear. So a person's pear, that means they really don't have a lot of shoulders. Normally you'll see people like this because their arms will look like they kind of just wrap around their body and then they go like this. Look, and then the number. Remember, these lines are always going to be the same size. So even if they're curved, you're making a curve, right? Think about making a curve, but putting a dot in the middle. You get what I'm saying? And that's all the arms are, or the legs. They're curves with a middle point. So your hands. Oops, what kind of hand is that? So your hands would normally go about right here. You get what I'm saying? You get what I mean? So that's all you got to think about is like semicircles, right? That's all hands are. So that's all this is. You got the semicircles in your fishtails. Now, I know you guys probably chunklized. I remember the chunklized. Well, with the fishtail, I'll give you another visual over here. So I'll draw this little fish and a fish tail, right? You see the fish in the water, right? Can you see him? And that's his tail. Well, that's what I draw for hands when I'm doing a gesture drawing, okay? Because we're going to get a little bit more complicated in just a minute. All right, let me see here. So we're going to go ahead and add our head here. So we can just put right here, we'll use a circle, we'll use a square. So I think for this one, we'll go ahead and we'll use let's use this right here. Let's use a toothpaste top. It doesn't matter, right? And then we come here and we'll do the same thing. 1, look, 2. That might be this foot right here, right? This foot might be going back this way, maybe because he's walking. 1 and 2, but it's a little bit shorter, right? So this would be the triangle here, right? My chancla here, right? And then back, this is like the leg going, so this leg is going down here. I got to make this a little bit because I'm getting confused myself here. Okay. And then we just kind of do like this, right? And you can see here that it looks like he's walking kind of toward us. This would be the front of the little body, right? Okay. So here we did a little bit of trickery. We made it look like he's walking somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, Apple user? How are you today? All right. So now let's continue, guys, with these stick figures. I've always just been really fascinated with them and stuff. So I'm gonna go over. Let me see if I can go hit my gallery. And I think I got some stick. I thought I downloaded some stick figures on here. Let me see if I can find them. But either way, we're gonna practice by making people into stuff. So if you look over here now, I might take a body and I'll say, I want to make her into something. So I'll go here and I might look at my think about her like I don't know. Let's just say how do I want to make her? Maybe I want to do like this. Maybe I want this. Okay, now look. All I'm going to do is do like this. Put her nose in here. Right? You see what I'm saying? And then I just do like this. Because I want to concentrate on the width of her face. I'm going to make a wide shape here. You see what I'm saying? Then I'm going to I usually use like wedges or claws. That's what I think of my hair as, right? This is her ear shape, right? And then we can just do like this for the eyebrows. Way up here. We don't want to make them too big because then they'll take away from her forehead. Okay, and then we can just add some eyelashes on that, right? Right? And let's add a body. So remember in cartoons, you want to try to do bodies so you want to do shapes like, let's just say this is a bean shape, right? And let's say she's I don't know, maybe this is her body, this is her torso. Let's say this is her arm here, and this is the other side of her arm because she has a little body. And then we have our fish hands because remember, you see how we're translating this into a caricature. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So now we have first we have our torso, now we have our legs. So we just come here and we can go, this is one leg, this is the other leg, this is one leg, It's the other leg. Maybe she's, stepping out, right? And then, your feet, the energy of her foot's pointing this way here. The energy of this foot is pointing that way. So we really want to get wherever the energy of that foot, that limb is. It'll a lot of times help us in drawing it in the proper position. And sometimes you'll mess up. It's just the nature of the beast. You get what I'm saying? Now, the closest thing to me is going to be this limb, this part of it here. So I'm going to make that line overlap to this line. And then the closest thing to me here is going to be this one. So this one's going to kind of overlap, right? And then it'll be that one, right? And then you come over here, and then you go over here, and then you go into your foot. So you see how you can make, if they want to be a superhero, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can do all kinds of stuff with your picture. Okay? So this is me making her. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Cherish? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Cherish is my top tier Patreon. Has been for years. I have two. I'm grateful for the two, Gordon and Cherish. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me the way you have. And so Cherish is my moderator, guys. Everybody say hello to Cherish. Hi, Cherish. Hope your week is going well. Last time we talked, we both stopped the stream by crying. It was lots of tears, and I'm playing. But anyway, I hope everything's going well. All right. So let's go ahead and do some more of these here with these bodies, okay? All right, what about a body for her? Let's see here. You know what? Let's go. So we'll do like this. We'll look at her and we'll do something like, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like she would look funny like this. Look. Let me see if I can pull this exaggeration off. 1, 2. I don't like to sketch that much. So watch. I'm gonna do this. Let me see. I'm gonna do like this. I meant to do one a little bit more, a little bit goofier, maybe. Man, so the other day I discovered something. Let me see here. What's going on, guys? All right, Cherish, I'm sorry I'm late. Had to pick up some special cat food for my girl. Oh, okay, special cat food. Is it special cat food? Like as in special cat food? Yeah. All right, let me see. Hey, what's going on? Rule of More Media, how are you today? Okay, all right. Lots of motions are happening for sure, right? Yeah. I meant to make these glasses a little bit bigger. That would have been funny. I don't know. And then let me see here. Gosh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see. I'm pushing boundaries here. I'm pushing boundaries. Nobody can tell me what to do. I'm gonna give her a tall order. Make her ears be on the side of her glasses. It doesn't matter. You see how that doesn't make sense in real life, but in a drawing, it can make sense, all the sense in the world. You get what I'm saying? If you just, go with it. Yeah, glad that you could come out today, Rule of Media. Thank you so much, man. It's always a blessing when, I don't have to draw by myself. Every time I turn it on and I say, oh, there are people here. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? I feel so blessed. Some people are like, oh, man, I don't have 1,000 followers. I was like, I don't need 1,000 people following me. No way. You know what I mean? 1,000 people going the wrong way, right? I'm just messing with you. But you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So here, let me see here. Now she has she got one of them bodies like where it looked like she has how can I, let me see. This is what I would do here. I would do something like, because she has a shape very similar to this. So all I have to do is be thinking of no shoulders. You know, we can add a chest line and everything like that once we get there. But I want to think of no shoulders. So I want to think of the shape underneath first. You get what I'm saying? Before I start drawing limbs. And then once I get to the limbs, I just kind of think of it like, okay, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. You get what I'm saying? This is where I want to go. And this is where I want to go. You get what I'm saying? This is it's just kind of over under. So it's like a over, right? And then I'll do an under, and then I'll connect those over unders. You get what I'm saying? So that you could do different things. Then you have your hands right here, right? And with the hands, I always kind of just look for my forward hand, my forward thumb, and my back thumb. So let's just say she's doing I don't know. Okay. So here you would do it if you're doing a thumbs up, right? You're like this. So your first finger is going to curve around like this, and your bottom finger is going to be curved like this. And then so you just find the middle ground, and then you got a believable looking hand, right? And maybe in this picture, she's in a huge lake with water, right? This is the background back here, right? And this is her hair back here. Let's give her some hair, right? And these back here are some little trees, right? That we want to do. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So let's do some more trees over here. I know Hulk Hogan passed recently, and everybody's been asking me to draw a picture of him. You know, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it in this stream too as well. So here we have like little shadows in the water, right? And she's just in there, you know, swimming. She's swimming in the water. I don't know why she's in the water like this, but you get what I'm saying. This is just how you build that body. You have to be thinking in terms of basic shape, and then you add the contours and stuff. Hey, how are you, Kala? Okay, I'm just gonna call you K-A, because that's a name I'm having a hard time pronouncing. All right, let me see here. All right. Oh, don't forget, guys. Also, if you're benefiting from what I'm showing you today, that tips are appreciated. If you wish to tip, you can tip at Browser World, Cash App, $, Browser World. I already got the information on there for you guys. It's pinned to the screen, but on TikTok, you guys can't see that. So I guess I'll just go ahead and write that down here for you. I'm sure you can see here. Okay, so thank you for the tips, guys. I appreciate you. Or stickers or whatever you guys do. You can do all that stuff there. All right, let me see here. All right, let's keep going with this. All right. What if, right? Let me see here. Hold on. Hold on a sec. I think I want to go over here and see if I can find let's see if we can find wait, cancel. Let's see if we can find Hulk Hogan. Okay, wait. Let me go to let me see here. All right, we had a whole bunch of different. We had a lot of different celebrity passings this week. I'm gonna get an image. Let me get a picture of the Hulkster. All right, I think this is a good one right here. There he is. We're gonna draw the Hulk Hogan. Right? We're gonna draw the Hulkster. You know what I mean? All right, so let's move this over here some so you guys can. I want to make sure y'all can see. Okay, so we're going to take this one and we're going to put the Hulk over here. Let's see, make sure we got a good shot. All right, so you guys should be able to see pretty good there. I'm just going to do like this. Okay, So let me sharpen my pencil. And we're going to do this in pencil, so you guys should be able to follow along with me. Now, what would I draw first about? Number one, I'm gonna go big time on the jawline. Okay, I'm gonna foreshorten the head. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with what would naturally. Let me see. I think I'm gonna start like right here. Let me see. And then I'm gonna do this. I want to go way out here on this, right? So that his ears are like out here like that, right? And then I'm gonna do something like I don't know. He has a round nose, right? So I want something round, and he has these cheeks that just you gotta get those in there along with this mustache. So we're gonna put his mustache right there. Might overlap some lines, but who cares? All right, let's just do this, right? And then we're going to do like this and wrap it back around in there. So we got that jawline working. Let's see what we can do with these glasses here. Okay, so those glasses are basically going to be, you know what, to me, they just basically look like two little cups doing like this. Like some cups that are rounded toward the outside. And then I just wrap around them again. But make the outside bigger. Get what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I don't know, something like that. All right. Hey, what's going on, Jermaine? How are you, man? Jermaine is in the house. Awesome, man. We got a whole bunch of folks in the house today. All right, let me see here. Now we're going to do this top part. So we got the Hulkamania. So this is what we're going to do. I know that this kind of wrapped around, and actually I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to see if I can pull this off. I need to wrap it and then come back out here and around. And then I need to come back around. And then I want these to be arcing shapes. Okay, and then we're gonna put Hulk Mania, right? And then we'll just add some little hairs here for his mustache and his teeth here. Yeah. Right. Shade those glasses in some. Okay, so I think it's starting to look like and then under here I wanna shadow this in, because this will make it look like it's kind of wrapping around the glasses a little bit. And then it'll have these little things that come out the back. You know, his little, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, you going to Florida? Okay. Man. Well, my daughter actually just came back from Florida. She was down there for a minute. Now let me see here. Now we're going to get this body. So you're like, okay, well, how would we draw this body right here? Remember, we want to think about overall ideas and shape. What do we want to portray with this picture? So first thing I'm going to do is look for, okay, Hulk Hogan, he has a big square, you know what I mean? We have this huge steroid neck, right? But at the end of the day, he's just all he is this, it's just this big shape that's coming here and is tapered in. So he's a big guy. You get what I'm saying? And then over here, you're going to have your arms kind of coming, circling and coming over here, and then circling and coming back here. So this kind of helps us to gesture it without us having to draw a lot of, you get what I'm saying, a lot of stuff, right? See, this is my thumb. I can find my pointer finger. Here I can find my other thumb. And then where's my other, this is my pinky of that finger, the pointer finger and pinky. So I can find those middle grounds. I got a thumb over here. I go over here and I'll try to find a pinky. And then I'll just kind of wrap back around into it. You get what I'm saying? So here, once I have that, okay, now it's just a matter of me just filling it in. Hulk Hogan is he's not a super, he's a big guy, but he really was never like a super, like a super cut guy. You know what I'm saying? So I go here, then I come over here, and then, you get what I'm saying? And then over here, the same thing. So now we'll have our forearm here and then we're going to need some little bit more of it out there on that side, okay? So we'll go here. Then we got Hulkamania here. Okay, so let me just do my lines a little bit more, right? So we'll just come over here. Okay, now here we go. 1, 2, then we got our elbow, right? And then we got our forearm, right? And then we go over here, and then we got 1, right? And then we got 2, right? And then we got our forearm here, right? Okay, and then we got our hand here. So we got his thing, his thumb is over here, right? We want to make sure that we got those. So we got a thumb over here. You see, that's a trick to drawing the fingers. You want to find your pointer fingers and your pinkies. If you can find them, you can draw anything in any kind of way you want to, but you got to be able to find them to make your hands look a little bit more believable. You get what I'm saying? And quickly, because when you're a caricature artist, you're not drawing for exactness, you're drawing for exaggeration. You get what I'm saying? Hey, man, thank you, Jermaine. I appreciate you. Woo! Hey, I got a tip today. I can't even believe that. Thank you, Jermaine. Man, come on, man. Hey, bring it in, man. Bring it in. Okay. That's good. That's good. I don't like hugging that long. All right, going back over there. All right. All right. And then here, we can see this is his middle section. And what we'll do to make it funny, we'll just bring the middle, we'll just bring it on in here and let everything just kind of be here in the middle. So the Hulkster has on some little, he got some, yeah, the Hulk got on some little pants here. Right? You see that? So there we go. Look, we got, Snapper Tour. You know what I'm saying? No, that's the wrong guy. That's a Slim Jim guy. What his name is? Randy Savage. Macho Man. Randy Savage. Okay. Let's put some, what the Hulk Hogan's. He's got the, look at it. He got some veins in his arms. And then over here, tell you what, we'll put a little wrestling ring in the back. Yeah. Right? And here, look, it's a guy over here. Look, keep your eyes on the prize. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Len? How are you today? From Sweden. Wow. Sweden is in the house. Okay, look, so we got a guy over here. And this guy, we can just make a stick figure out of. Yeah. He's jumping off the top rope onto this other unsuspecting dude that's about to go down. He's got his hand on the rope back there. Somebody's standing on him. Look, there's some wrestling going on back there. Y'all can see some wrestling, right? Right. Right. Okay, man. And so anyway, that is the Hulkster, man. The Hulkster, man. I grew up watching the Hulkster, and I'm gonna tell you, man, he always seemed like a great guy to me on TV. I don't know. So he had a great career. A lot of people knew about him. He seemed like the kind of guy that would help a lot of people too. I don't know, but let me see here. Oh, you know what? I left this off. That's what's going on. So all my lines need to be going. There it is, like that. How y'all gonna let me leave this thing off like that, right? Okay. Hey, right on, Cherish. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you. I've been really putting in some work on my gesturing and cartoon Yeah. Yeah, I've been putting in some work on my gesturing. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Not to say I kind of didn't really use my eraser too much on that one. So that's always right. Okay. So anywho, we just did Hogan Mania. Let's go ahead and sign my work, right? Also, guys, if you guys have any requests today, you know what? I'm feeling requesty. Who can I draw today, and what can we make them doing, right? Somebody challenge me. I'll draw anybody except that person. I'm not drawing that person. And if you got something against somebody, I ain't gonna draw that either. We're not doing that. You're not going to use this artificial intelligence for that. Yeah, I got you. All right, let me see here. Where's my sharpener right, man? Oh, here it is. Okay, man, what a wonderful cartoon drawing day. We're going to do we're going to move on to our next yeah, what's going on, Sam? How are you today? Sam. Thank you, man. I remember last time you was here, you know, dropped a few tips. So thank you so much. I appreciate you on that. I just wanted to holler at you. Let you know that you appreciate it. Yeah, I see. Again in color. Oh my gosh. All right. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this one again in color. Okay, fine. All right, Curly Viv. Let's see what we got here. All right, I'm gonna this is what we're gonna do. Oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, look. So look, I got my list over here. Wait. All right, I got my list over here. So we're gonna do first. I'm gonna do the Hulk Hogan again, but I'm gonna do it in color. Okay, and then I want to we'll do Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, I know he had passed away. Somebody else passed away this week. Who was that? Was it Ozzy Osbourne this week? Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, I know he was. He was. I've drawn him before too, but I'm gonna draw him today too as well. All right, let me see. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's not waste any time. So I'm gonna kind of use this same idea, but this time I'm gonna color it in. So I'm gonna go over here to my color bowl. Right? My color bowl. Right, and we're gonna find some colors. So we got one. Let me see. Two. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see. That one's a good one. I'm trying to see which ones I need here. I need do I got some? Where's that Melanie? I had a oh, there it is. Like this color here. I think that'll be right around there. And this right here. I think those are all the colors I'll need, other than I might need some red for the top of that hat. I need some yellow. Right? And then let's get some more yellow. I need the brighter the yellow, the better. But really more toward this goldish yellow color. And we're gonna go ahead and kick it in. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, so I'm not going to even use this one. I'm just going to do a whole different one, but this time, right? Because I can't. I don't want to color on top of the pencil. I'm going to go with markers. Okay, so give me just a sec here, guys, to. Hold on. All right, here we go, guys. All right, so here we go. All right, so how I want to do this here? Highways. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to do it. Okay. You know what? I like this one. Let me see. No, I don't. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna start from the expression first. I think it'll have him much better. So I'm gonna do like this first. I should have started right where my mind told me to go, and that was here. You see, like this. The face is missing life. It doesn't have any. You see what I'm saying? This is what I need right here. You see? Sometimes you can't sometimes you just can't capture the I don't know. Hey, what am I doing here? I don't know. So let's go ahead and make the glasses cool. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and see if we can color this one in. So I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna make this a real quick coloring job, man. Real quick. Okay. Let's do these. Let's do the face first. So I like to just put down all of my shadows, kind of where the darks are going to be, and then I just close the space once I do it. It just makes your cartoon, makes your coloring go so much faster. Okay, all right. Come over here. We're just going to do it for the whole picture first. This is the coloring job you'll see me do when I'm at work. I like to do it real quick because you got a long line. You don't have a lot of time to do a lot of in-depth coloring, but it's going to still look cool when we're done. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so here we go. Now once we hit that, right, now watch what we do. We can kind of close things if we want to add, if we want to make it look like shadows coming from over here or whatever. For instance, we can close things down, right? We can close the gaps in between the shadows with the same pencil. So I'll put my shadows down and close gaps afterwards. Now, once we close the gap, right, we come back with the next color, which I'm going to tell you which will be a good color for this. Is probably going to be like something like this pink right here. Okay, so we go ahead and sharpen out. Let me go ahead and sharpen it real quick. And it's really more like a melony color. Oh, excuse me, guys. Hold on a minute. Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Trying to find something here. This one here might work better. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see here. Let's go with this little. Let me see which one will work better. Would this one work better? Oh yeah, that'll work. It's not too melony, right? So this is going to be like a melony color. And it's not too, right? So once I go from the skin tone, I like to use melon colors after that, right? Because I almost gave up on this picture when I first started, but then I forgot. I was like, man, I'm drawing a cartoon. This is not the real Hulk Hogan. This is somebody that looks kind of like Hulk Hogan as a cartoon, right? So if you look here, right, I'm just going through the motions of and relaxing. That's the main thing. A lot of times, man, we don't relax. And it's not that we can't draw. We have the technical information. It's just we can't. I could have made that a little bit further down too. That would have been funnier if I would have made that sit behind the glasses more. But that's okay too. Or that's hindsight, because you don't get to turn back when you do a caricature live. Once you start and you put that marker down, that's just what you get. You get what I'm saying? All right, now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go and we're going to add some darks in the picture. So for the darks, I'm going to use this Tierra de Siena. Okay, the land of sienna. I don't know, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into that. Let me just sharpen that pencil real quick for you. Again, guys, don't forget, man, tips are appreciated. If you feel like you're benefiting from the stream today, you want to be a blessing to your to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's my full-time job. I'm a hustling artist, right? Every day I'm hustling, right? And so I appreciate you. Okay, I think that this brown is going to be a little bit strong for what I'm trying to do. So let me see. I think it's going to be a little strong. Let me use something like like this. Yeah, let me see. No, maybe not even brown. Maybe this. There we go. That's what I needed. I feel like that color doesn't kill my colors as much. You know what I mean? I can just use it to do little darks. All right. And now let's come back with our yellow. So we're going to use yellow on our shirt. Okay. Uh-oh. Got to sharpen the yellow. Just lost my tip there. Oh, thank you. Who is it? Venus. Thank you, Venus. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for coming out today. Don't forget, guys, to share the stream. Feel like somebody will benefit from the stream. You got like that friend you're thinking about. My friend would love this because she likes to dress and imagine. Right, so let's do this real quick. And red can go over the top of yellow. So this is what we'll do. We'll just go ahead and color this all in. Right. Okay, so that's his thing, and then we got these glasses, which that's why I did that, because I was intending to bring the glasses way out here, but now I can't do that. So this is what we're going to do. We're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're just going to drink it off the floor, right? I don't know. All right. Okay, let me see here. All right, so now we got this blonde hair back here. So this is what we're going to do. I'm gonna use some white to kill it. You'll see what I'll do in a minute. Just chill. Okay. 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 So in a minute, we're going to come back with our red here. Okay. And oh, wait a minute, dang it, let's do this real quick. Remember, we don't have a whole bunch of time, so when we do stuff, we don't have to always be so literal in our interpretation of the way things are gonna go, right? You see here. All right, so that's the top of it right there, right? Okay. All right, let me see. Hey, what's going on, Tammy? How are you? How are you? And now, remember, I told you this can go right on top of that, so you just gotta be thinking, But if you're inexperienced, right, you might try to do this like as in like these really fancy letters, and then try to color them in, all that kind of stuff, and there you are 30 minutes later, right? Still trying to color something in, right? All right, and let's go ahead and get a little bit more of this yellow in here. Not a lot, just kind of a brief amount, because what we're going to do is come back and we're going to add some strokes of brown, just real light. What's this over here? Oh, is that an ear? Let me color that in. That's what's going on there. He didn't have his ears colored in, right? Okay. Oh man, we got the whole posse in the house. Good Lord. Okay, we got everybody up in here. Okay. All right, now only thing we need is some white in this. So this white is going to kind of kill the opacity of the yellow in the beard and cause it to kind of back down so that it's not as powerful. And so now it looks like just how his beard looks in the picture. You see how I turned the opacity down. This is a opacity turner downer, right? So watch, you can mix colors together. Like if I go right here, watch, if I go over it white, watch what happens. See how it kills it? It kills the color, but it doesn't kill it so much where it's it ain't cool. You get what I'm saying? But this is like if you ever make a mistake and you're coloring and you want to kind of fix a blemish. It's kind of like putting some blush over the top of it. You get what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. Hey, thank you. Well, we got the whole look. I feel like, man, look, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like now. Now if Tanooch shows up, y'all don't remember Tanooch, do you? I remember Tanooch because Tanooch bought me a chair from my office. Like he literally bought a chair for me. Like I was like totally blown away. He was like, oh, I was like, I need a chair for my office. He was like, boom. And I was like, okay. I need a toaster. Right? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah. But I feel like the whole gang is here, man. I appreciate you guys coming out. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm just grateful for you guys because of all the support you have shown me over the years. So I don't take that lightly, man. You know? Because y'all don't got to talk to me. What for? Like, who am I in the big scheme of things, right? So, I like I said, I'm appreciative of that. All right. So, look, you know what? Let's go ahead and sign our work because I think that this is an awesome Hulkamania. Right? Matter of fact, we're not going to do it a disservice by continuing to add anything to this. This is it. Other than these little, I got to get these right here. Sorry. All right, there we go. Okay, and so let me sign my work. And then we're going to go on to our next person, okay? So we're going to be doing, oh, wow. Yeah, he came out looking tight, man. Look at him. Look at you. Yeah, oh, man. Yeah, Miss Ebony. Where you at, Miss Ebony? Let's conjure her up. Everybody, let's just do like this where you're sitting at. And just say, Miss Ebony, Miss Ebony, Miss Ebony. See if she'll come. Yeah. Let me see. Y'all are doing that for real, ain't you? Cherry, stop it right now. You sitting, I can see you right now, Miss Ebony. Right? Yeah. And Jermaine, don't do it because you be like, Miss Ebony, Miss Ebony. And then you, oh my God, who is Miss Ebony? Oh no, she's just on the YouTube channel. She's this lady on the YouTube channel. All right. So who we got? Oh wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Get slow. All right, so the next picture we have is of yeah. You know, yesterday we was at work. I was at work, so we were this lady, one of the people I was drawing that asked me, you know, we was exchanging names and they was like, well, what's your name? And I told them my name is Harry. I said, Harry O. And they were like, Harry O. And I was like, yeah, Harry O. That's my name I got from the hood. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, they be like, Harry, oh, man, they beating Harry up, man. Why don't he fight back? Right? Right, and they and there goes the origin of my hood name, Harry O Man. That's what's up. All right, I gotta go, man. I'm done. All right, wait. I'm done, man. I'm done. All right, look, who we got next? Malcolm Jamal Warner, right? Right. Is that right? Malcolm Jamal Warner? No? Okay. Let me see here. All right, let me see. So, yes, Malcolm Jamal. So, let's look up Malcolm Jamal Warner real quick. If you guys don't know who Malcolm Jamal Warner is, he was from, well, man, he's has so many different roles, but I remember him mostly from the Cosby Show. So I'm gonna find an image of him, and let's see which one we'll use here. Man, you know, you just goes to show, man, you just never know, man. I think I'm going to use this one here. This is a good one of him. I like that picture. All right, so we're going to draw a caricature, guys, of Malcolm Jamal Warner, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to use, we're going to color this one in as well, okay? So, oh, and Ozzy Osbourne, good one, Cherry. Yeah, I have Ozzy Osbourne on my list here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy in there, right? All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. What kind of shape do I want here? Okay. He has a very debonair look. He's very happy in the eyes to me. Very happy. Very happy in the eyes. Yes. Okay. Okay, so when we get down here, we got to be real careful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go. You know what shape I want? I'm gonna shape this out first. So I want this to be about this big, right? Something like that before it goes into the head. So I wanted to be sure that I had the right angle here before I try to do something, you know what I'm saying, I was going to regret. You hear what I'm saying? Then we put our little ear over here, right? And then we'll put our we'll put a little bit of a brow line here. And then we'll just kind of like this here. There we go. Then we just go ahead and put the top of the head here. We want to shape kind of like this. Oh man, like that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then something like this. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add this bow tie here, because we want to see where things gonna fit at. You get what I'm saying? In caricature, a lot of times things won't fit the way they would in real life. So you want to give yourself a lot of landmarks and cues. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna. You know what? That's what it is. It goes around it and then comes out. That right there just made it. That little thing that he does when he smiles right there. Right? That's it right there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and darken in my eyebrows here. and then we're going to start giving them some color. Okay, so we're going to use this tier. I don't know what this is going to do here, but I'm just going to go ahead. I think it's going to work great. So I'm just going to go ahead again and put all of my shadows in like where I need them at first. This is a very important aspect of coloring, is to understand this. You have, you want to be able to see the contours of your shapes, and that's really what I'm doing. I'm seeing these shapes in the face, and I want to outline them so that when I start to illustrate, or when I start to color in and fill in, that those things stand out. You see? So see, with me doing just a little bit, just minimal color, I'm able to get a really nice like impression of what I want to color in first before I start. You know what I mean? Okay. Then from here, let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and close in. So this is, say I want to make it look like, right? I want to come this way. I want to close the gap. Right? You close the gap by doing this. You just close it in between. Okay. No, and then this is going to look even darker. A lot of times they don't know that this is going to look even darker once I start putting darks in, or I start using a color that's darker than this to define the darks of the face. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to start looking a little bit and I can, what's going to really make this picture hit is when I come in here with this orange, right? Now watch as I add a little bit of orange into the color, because your skin naturally has a little bit of orange, and you'll see how it just kind of lightens things up a little bit. It's a very pale orangey color next to that sienna Tierra color. So it's really awesome color to use. Okay. You got a little bit of orange in there, right? And that's, like I said, just my cartoon colors, right? Okay. Let me see what we got next. So then once we finish that, we're going to go with a much darker brown, okay? So I have this, this is a rogue, like a Tuscan rogue color. So this is like it actually has a little bit of a red, burgundy, looks like it might have some blue, and it looks like it has some red in there, right? Red and blue in this color. So it's gonna be real cool. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, look at that, man. Okay, and this color underneath here, and you know what? I'm done with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and color this in real light at the bottom, because the top lip is naturally gonna be darker than the bottom lip, right? Okay. These color pencils it's a mix. Somebody asked me about my color pencils, so I'm using Prismacolor here. This is a Prisma, but I also got these knockoffs of Prang, Prang, and these are like some cheap pencils. These are the Prismacolors are more expensive. I actually just had these on my desk. I hadn't used them in forever, so I was just like, and I only use them when I'm doing like commission work in my office. Right now, check this out. I'm gonna go ahead here, guys, and since this is the only thing I got some crayons. Okay, so I like to keep these. These are some giant black crayons. They're really good for doing like hair and stuff. So here, you'll think that this will take a long time, but not really. So you just come in here, and I'm going all the way around. Coloring it in, right? Okay. So I think, guys, that we have a pretty good drawing here. Just gonna go ahead and color in his tuxedo and his bow tie black. Excuse me, I'm sorry, from the picture. And then we'll just put his name here. So we're not gonna do much on this one. It's just, we can do some, maybe some eyelashes there. Okay. And then we got Malcolm. I think it's Malcolm Jamal, right? Jamal Warner. May he rest in peace. And my prayers go out to him and his family, his little girls. He had little babies and stuff. You know, it hits harder, man, when you have kids, and you see that happen to somebody. You know what I mean? I don't know if any fathers out there, you know, mothers, anybody that has kids, you know. And so, you know, that's somebody that, you know, they were definitely affected by this. And that's, you know, yeah. So anyway, we got the Hulk Hogan, right? And then we also have our drawing of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go to our next drawing, which is going to be Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne. All right, let's find a picture of him. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with let's see, which one do I like here? I like this picture right here. It seems pretty iconic. It seems pretty just so him. You know what I mean? I think I like it because it has the I like that picture. Hey, what's going on, Mac? How are you? All right. Let's put this one aside here. Man, very, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can do with Ozzy Osbourne here. We're going to also do Ozzy in color. I don't need his colors to be able to. I already know what colors this is. Let's see here. You ready? So I'm gonna go with definitely. Okay. Oh, really? You like this one? Okay, man. Awesome, guys. All right, let me see here. Okay. Just get all my darks outlined in there. Okay. I wasn't able to get his whole, let me see, I could do like this though. Okay. So we got our line work done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the coloring part of it. Okay. Very funny. Okay. All right. Let me see here. We need this color here. All right. So after this one, guys, we're gonna start warming down. I'm gonna start preparing for my word of the day. So if you guys want to stick around for the word of the day, that'll be awesome. If you don't have time today, certainly I understand that as well. But we're going to be doing one nevertheless. So guys, prepare yourself for that. Also, if you've been drawing with me today, I'm going to extend to you the opportunity now to share your work. So if you send it in, you can send it in to Rouser World at Facebook. Cherish, if you'll share the Facebook or the Instagram with people, that would be super awesome. And then I'll look at your artwork. We'll do a little bit of commentary about it, and then we'll go ahead and continue on to our word of the day. This week here, the Lord's been really dealing with me on the book of. I've been in the book of James all week. I've been listening to it over and over and over and over, and and then I don't know. It's just this is where I'm at in my season, I guess, and it's something I feel like I'm supposed to get from there. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to be taking a look at that as well. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so now we're gonna go with that reddish. Where's that color I had? It was kind of melony. This one. You can use this, and we can use this melon color, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back with white on this picture once we finish using the colors. Okay. This is let me see, what color is this? Peach. This is a peach color. So the peach is what I use over the top of my regular skin tone color. Right on. Sorry about that. Nickel Francis, thank you so much for coming out. I don't know if that's your exit or whatever. I was going to say goodbye to you. Okay. So we're just about done here, guys, with our Ozzy Osbourne here. Right. All right, back here we don't want a dark color. I think I just go with it like a brown. Something that doesn't draw your eyes like black though. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? Okay, now we're gonna go to let me see. What do we need here? Okay. Thank you, Cherish. I appreciate you. Okay, so now let's go ahead and color it in real with the hair. So this is how I would do this here, just real quick. Okay. So I think that's just about it, guys. I think I can put a camper on this one. Okay. Ozzy Osbourne. May he rest in peace. Or just put his name up here. Okay. 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 So there you go, guys. I got my quick cartoon journal. Oh wait, forgot about the white. So we'll come back through here and we'll tone down. And we'll just tone down some of the color with the white. The white does a wonder there. There we go. All right, guys, and there we go. Real quick. All right, so we have our Ozzy Osbourne. So, guys, we've done quite a bit of drawing. Of faces. So I'm going to go ahead, guys. I don't know if anybody sent any work in today. So let me go over to my Facebook here. I'm going to go here and see who sent anything in. Okay, I don't think anybody sent. Let me see. Let's look. All right. Nope. So I don't have anything on there. And then Instagram, I don't think so either. So let me look. And if we don't have anything on Instagram, then we'll go ahead and go to our next. So we got Instagram. And it looks like we got 2 messages. Oh, nope. Okay, those messages were not from. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right, so everything's good. So we don't have any of those sent in. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ready for our word of the day. Let me just show you again the pictures that we did. Let's uh-oh, I didn't mean to turn that off. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and put all our pictures out. So we did our first picture was we had Hulk Hogan. Okay, and then from the Hulk Hogan we went to Malcolm Jamal Warner, right? And then from Malcolm Jamal Warner we went to Ozzy Osbourne over here. Okay. So let's go ahead, guys, and we're gonna start getting into that word of the day. So just give me just a second here. I just want to we're gonna change up we're gonna change up the music real quick, and we're gonna kind of turn it down just a bit. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and put these up here. Again, three men that lived here. They entertained us. They, spent their lives in entertainment. I'm sure they had family and friends and people that cared about them, and drawing those pictures at the end was very enlightening for me. Oh, you sent the picture. I'll take a look at it after I'm done, Tammy. I'll make sure I pull it back up for you. Okay. But at the end of it all, I was looking at their life, and I feel a lot of I feel empathy and sympathy. Empathy more of like being someone that really loves what I do, and that I'm doing the things that I feel are necessary, putting in the work to learn this information. And you spend your whole life and you dedicate your life to something, but at the end of it all, you got to give it all back. It's all the musical talent, all the star power, all the charisma, whatever gift or talent that God gave you. I can imagine in the face of impending death, a man may ask, what does life mean? And so because I think that, I spend true time in every moment that I have. If I get to spend time with my son, well, that's where I'm at. I'm with my son. If I'm with my wife, that's where I'm at. If I'm with my family, that's where I'm at. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to minister to a young couple at a restaurant, and we were laughing together. But I always like to leave people with food for thought. They asked me why I was so happy, and I said I'm happy because I'm here with you. And they couldn't understand what I was saying because they were like, well, you hardly even know us. And I said, what does that matter? We don't understand sometimes why God gave us family. God gave us family so that when we have a sister or a brother, we learn how to treat one. If we have a mother or a father, we learn how to treat one. When we have a grandmother or grandpa, we learn how to treat one so that somebody else, we can treat somebody else's grandmother or somebody else's brother or somebody else's sister in the same way we would want our own brother, sister, or daughter, or whoever to be treated. So I stay in the moment, So what we're going to do today, guys, we're going to go into this word of the day. I'm going to put this aside, and I want to share some word from the scripture with you. Today, we're going to be going over to the book of James. Okay, if you guys have never read this book before, it's super awesome. And wow, so much information. But where I want to go today is faith. Faith, faith, faith. Faith without deeds is dead. I believe, but I don't do anything. I want to, but I don't do anything. I say I'm going to do it, but I don't do anything. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you'll turn to the book of James chapter 2, we're going to go to verse 14. This is a short section, but we're just going to read it. And then we're going to talk about it in brevity. And then we're going to get you guys out of here. Okay? So faith without good deeds is dead. What good is it, brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith, but don't show it by your actions? That's what it opens up with. Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothes. And you say goodbye and have a good day. Stay warm and eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. Excuse me. Hold on. Okay. But then you don't give that brother any food or clothing. I'm sorry, guys. What good does that do? I like that section right there because sometimes we can say we believe in God. We can say we believe in whatever it is, but we can tell whether you actually believe in whatever you're saying. We can tell it by your actions. However you behave yourself, right? Your behavior is just a result or a manifestation of what you believe. It's a manifestation of what you believe. So if you truly believe in faith in God's word, your behavior is going to show it. Again, it's not enough to say to a brother or sister that has no food, but you can spend money on the margaritas, you can spend money on clothing, you can spend money on cars, you can spend money on alcohol. You got so much things that if you want to, you will spend money on. Right? But now you have a person that's hungry and you don't want to spend your last money or the money that you could be spending on you on them. Or you ask questions about like, well, why are they in this position? Right? They can go out and get a job, all that kind of stuff, right? But in scripture here, it clearly says that, and I read this yesterday, it was saying how mercy, right? It says, so whatever you say or whatever you do, remember you will be judged by the law that sets you free. It says there will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. If you have been merciful, God will be merciful when he judges you, right? So it also said that mercy triumphs over, or mercy is more important, right, than judgment. In other words, mercy comes before judgment. Like with Jesus, when he dealt with us, he first came mercifully. He didn't right off the top say, you know what, I'm done with it. He offered a solution. He offered something, a merciful solution. And that's the same thing we do here. When we have faith without good deeds, it's dead. When I can't see your faith do what you do, I'll know. Like if you look at, for instance, and no attempt to pedalize myself or anything like that, but if you've been following me for some time, you will see that I'm not at the same. I don't draw at the same level. What I'm telling you and what I'm preaching to you, I'm walking it. And many of you have stayed with me for these years because you see that I'm not here to take anything from you. After a while, you just get to see who a person is when you get to talk to them. But sometimes, people can judge you or whatever. But I believe but I know that I have the love of God in my heart. At one time, I was a different type of person. But when faith began to take over, it began to change me. It says, so you see, faith isn't by itself enough. Faith by itself, just to say you believe, is not enough. Unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and it is useless. Okay? Unless your faith, you say you believe in God, you'll know that you believe in God by looking truthfully at your own actions. Who have you helped? Who have you helped ever in your life? Truly helped without expecting anything in return from them? Have you ever even done anything like that? Right? Who have you ever thought about besides yourself in every situation? And just be honest with yourself. This is not a condemnation. It's a, a self-diagnostic, if you will. Who have we done those things for? Because we know that if you haven't helped anybody, if you're not going to church, if you're not serving in a position, right? If you're sitting back talking about all the other brothers and sisters that are not perfect in church, you don't have the faith, right? Because the church is for people that are sick. That's like going in a hospital and complaining that there are people in the rooms dying because they went there for help. And what it required, what church is about us growing together. When I'm sick in the hospital bed, metaphorically speaking, that you come in and you are a doctor because today you're on top of your game. And you came in and you looked over and you looked at my chart and you say, oh, there's something in your heart. Something's wrong with your heart. And this is what's wrong with it. So we're going to go and we're going to operate on that today. That's what church is. It's the hospital for the sick. It's not a building for all these perfect people that just get together and say, we're perfect because we believe in God. We're perfect. No, that is not what church is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be people growing together. I think one of the best examples of this is marriage. With me and my wife, I have to often be merciful. I have to often be kind when I don't want to, or sacrifice myself. I'm asked to do a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? And I'm looking at that relationship that I have, and that's the same relationship, because it says that relationship is very similar to the relationship that God wants for the church. It is the picture, is the mirror of the church relationship. Me and my wife don't always get along, but we understand that we've made a commitment to do life together. And that means we're going to go through good, bad, ugly, happy, sad, indifference. All that stuff is going to be going through together. This is what the church is for, so that we can go through these things together. There's nothing more, I feel, heart like wrenching than when I have something on my mind that I can't speak to with anyone. Something that I shouldn't be keeping in. Something that I really want advice about, but I just I'm not connected to anyone. I don't know anyone. I don't trust anyone to say this to. And that's a cold place to be at. But that's what this book is dealing with. The faith. Do you have faith to go out and do the things you're supposed to do to show that you have faith? It's not about you going to church for you. It's about you being a doctor to somebody else. And believe it or not, you're going to be the one that needs the doctor one day too. Now, someone may argue some people have faith and others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds? How can you show me who you are if you never show me who you are? By you just talking about who you are. I will show you my faith by my good deeds. You say you have faith, for you believe there is only one God. Good for you. Even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. How foolish. Can't you see that faith without good deeds is useless? Don't you remember our ancestors? Abraham was shown to be right with God by his actions when he offered his son Isaac to the altar. You see, his faith and his actions work together. The picture of a man laying his son on an altar to be killed at the order of God, because in his mind he reasoned that God could bring him back. That's faith. And so it happened that, as scripture said, Abraham believed God, right? And God counted him as righteous because of his faith. He was even called the friend of God. So you see, we are shown to be right with God by what we do, not alone with just faith. His faith is good, but without you doing something outwardly to express that faith, it's not what you think it is. It's just you giving yourself pep talks. Rahab the prostitute is another example. She was shown to be right with God by her actions when she hid those messengers and sent them safely away by a different road. I remember that story. The soldiers were looking for them, and she could have gotten in big trouble for what she did, but she still, in faith, spared these soldiers from impending death. All through faith. It says, just as the body is dead without breath. Listen, just as your body is dead without breath, your faith is dead without your works. Your faith is dead without anything attached to it. The reason that you can't draw from your own faith is because it's dead. Because you're reading the word, you're hearing the word, but you ain't doing the word. You just hearing it. And the Bible clearly speaks against that. So guys, remember, you want to get better at your art. That's a sentence. I said that to you. I want to get better. Okay, well, what does that look like? Hours and hours of sitting around doodling, trying to figure out how am I looking at this wrong? What can I do next? How can I draw this? What is that? How can I see this better? This is what I went through. I knew I was going to get better, but sometimes we want everything right now without understanding that God has perfect timing. All the major transitions in my life, I look back at them now and I see how God was there. From childhood trauma to alcoholism to drug abuse to sexually immoral behaviors. And the list goes on and on. I've been there. I've lived there. And God delivered me from there. But the only way that I could have been delivered was if I first said, yes, I believe. And I didn't just say it. I said it in complete faith. The scripture says that those that come to him must come to him and believe that he is who he says he is and that he can do what he says he can do. If you come to him on any other premise, don't expect to receive anything from God. Such a person is unstable in all their ways, it says in the scripture, and everything they do. It's not a question of God and does he exist. It's a question of, do you exist? Who are you? Or are you just somebody that's tossed to and fro every time a situation changes? Do you wake up on a different side of the bed every morning? Who are you? Let's not question God because you decided that you didn't want to have faith. Because the Bible says clearly, and you can test and see, that if you come to him in faith and you believe, his word will not return void and he will show himself to you. Will you stop having all the problems in your life? Will nothing ever happen to you again because of your belief in God and your faith? No. But faith, let me tell you what faith does. There's no getting around going through problems in life. But what faith does, faith gives you a reason to go through the problem. When you're going through something and you can't figure out why this is happening to you, this is how mental illness and questions about suicide, all these things stem from those problems, those type of questions. But when you ask a question, you're going through something and you know that there's an answer and you know where you can get the answer from, there's a whole different dynamic that's added to your life. So just believe, guys. That's all I'm saying. Faith, even though you say you believe, that means nothing unless I can look at your life and look around you and see what you believe. Are you always down and beat down and dejected and sad? Are you always complaining and griping and talking about everybody? Are you always making excuses? Is it always everybody else's fault? Do you go out of your way? Do you not? I hate. This is one thing that I'm not gonna use the word hate. That's a strong word, but something that really just, I don't know, attacks my heart chords when I'm drawing a caricature of somebody, a couple together or a family, and dad looks at me when I say, "Man, let me see you smile," and he looks at me and says, "Well, I don't smile," and his wife says, "Yeah, he doesn't like to smile," and I say, "Wow," because there's no way you can have faith in God and true faith. And you can't smile about that. Just knowing that God is on my side makes a smile on my face every day. I love it. Thank you, Jesus. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here on that note. I want to thank you for coming out. I've been praying for you all. Tammy, Cherish, everybody. You guys, if you've met me, it might be different. I don't know. Some of you guys might never met me. But I know I've met some of the Jermaine, I've met Cherish, and I'm praying for you. And I truly, truly, truly care for each and every one of you. And it's just what it is. I want the best for you. I want us to grow together, continue to be brothers and sisters in Christ together. But don't let the devil do whatever he's trying to do. Don't let him do it in your life. Let's stick together. Let's go forward. Let's go forward in God's purpose for our life. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to end here by letting you know about my classes again. If you wanted to do any classes, I do classes at rouserworld.com/classes. Any type of tips that you want to do. If you guys want to tip, everything's already on the screen for you. You can go to rouserworld at Cash App. I'll just write it here for you. If you wish to support our art ministry, thank you so much. Cash App, and just go to Rouser World. That's all you have to do, and you'll see the name there. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see. I think that's everything. Let me look real quick. I know Tammy told me that she has sent a picture. So what I'm gonna do real quick, because I want Tammy, where did you send that picture to? Did you send it to Instagram? Was it Instagram or was it Facebook? Might have been Facebook. Okay, let me look here. Okay, Tammy. All right, so this was sent in by Tammy. Tammy just drew. Hey, that is a super awesome, a super awesome picture, Tammy. I mean, wow. That's Ozzy Osbourne. It looks like him. Yeah. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for sharing that. That's super awesome. And again, thank you for the love, support you've shown and stuff. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I got to get ready to go to the Ponderosa. That's work for you other guys. All right. So you guys have a blessed and awesome Saturday. Thank you for the tip, Jermaine. Anybody else that tipped at Cash App, thank you so much. If I didn't get to see it yet, and you guys be blessed. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. That's going to be on Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. I hope to see you guys there. You guys be okay. No, you be cool. See you guys later.